side. That's huge. This is what they needed.
They're going to get out onto side. Cryo with the op in hand. Has to try to stay alive. Lands a second shot.
100 Thieves pick up the win against NRG on Split and do so by shutting them down in the second half. Welcome back, everyone. Golden, we're here alongside Baby Bay and Mimi as we break down what we saw in that first map. And I got to say, coming out of the gate there, I was a little concerned for 100 Thieves, thinking that perhaps this wasn't going to be the success story that we were quite anticipating leading into this matchup. But boy, oh boy, were we wrong going into that second half. What a difference that was, Mimi.
Yeah, I think the first half story for 100 Thieves was really about Busio winning a lot of these critical late rounds, clutching up and making that competitive, and also just boosting the team's morale. But then we get into the second half, and it is lights out. 100 Thieves only dropped 1 round on their attacking side.
Yeah, that was insane. That was an insane attack side from 100 Thieves, and the Gecko actually proved to be really good. Like, every single time they would take A Heaven control, this Gecko plant went down, and that's something that didn't really happen too much in their last match. So the fact that they were able to do that within having that Heaven control just makes the retake impossible.
I liked especially on their default how they were like setting up towards Heaven with that Gecko flash, but the guy following up off of all of those plays was Cryo. I feel like he's had such a revitalization this year,
He's
right?
so sick.
Like, on this controller role in particular, he's always a guy who was playing Chamber. He's a great opper, but the way he plays is more akin to like a Sentinel or a Lurker. And when they put him on this Astra, and he can have global impact with his util and also be the guy holding space towards B and activating on these aggro lurks, it looks so good for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and on the opposite side, on the defense, we saw him get punished a ton against Crew. This time, he changed his positioning.
Yes.
And it's almost like he heard what I was saying. I saw him playing back sight, then he got the 4K, all this stuff. Like, he wasn't getting punished like he was in the previous season.
I feel like he was mixing it up effectively.
He was.
Yeah.
And that is what they needed, because NRG felt like they were going into new looks every single time on the site. But it was really just, you know, Cryo just sitting there, just waiting for them, just in a new spot. It was incredible stuff. But in any case, though, real fast, we do have, I believe, Elizabeth standing by with our coach for our losing coach, for map 2. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Hey everyone, here with Chet from NRG. A map loss. I want to ask you about kind of the criticism that was received about your attack rounds. Moving forward, your attack rounds looked good today. Like, they looked better. Your defense rounds, however, were left a little to be desired. What do you think went wrong today?
Well, I think defense, just from my perspective, and I tried calling a timeout, but I don't think we did it correctly, where we just kind of let them play. Like, they just took the whole map, and we didn't really contest too much. Like, I think we knew how the execs were. It's not like there was anything surprising, but we just kind of let them play too much, and they had literally all the space they wanted. Like, we could have, like, gambled correctly, but they still could split really well, so that's a big problem.
Best luck at map 2.
Interesting insight there from Chet, right? What'd you pick up from that, Mimi?
Yeah, I feel like this was an issue also versus Crew for this team, where on their defensive side, they're not quite being proactive enough to disrupt their opponent's default. So you talk about Cryo, he's always getting into that lurk on B. A ramp control, always getting taken by that Gecko. And they're ending up playing these retakes with a double duelist comp that really, besides the dive agents, doesn't have a lot of util to actually break through.
And the thing is they couldn't even get to a spot to use the utility, because when they would walk into space on the retake, they weren't even checking their corners.
Yeah,
and this
really
is like,
basic
that one was
mistakes.
rough.
We're talking about fundamentals and how, you know, we feel like NRG has been doing it too much by the book. But I feel like they walked into space and got punished time and time again, and it's honestly, it hurts to watch sometimes.
Yeah, well, now here we are in a situation where NRG down 0-1 in this series. 100 Thieves now in a really great spot because, again, they pick up this win here. They give themselves a fighting chance for that first place spot in the Omega group, which is important to remember, a fighting chance. But still, it's not completely in their hands.
It's relying on that Leviathan game. But 2-0ing, that's the best chance 100 Thieves has. It's also going to give them that championship point and a better look towards stage 2. On the other side, this is do or die for NRG. If it's a 2-1 loss, there's a chance. But they lose 0-2, and they are guaranteed out of contention for playoffs. With a team with such high expectations, I mean, suffice it to say, this is a must-win.
Busio out there showing the ink. Okay, buddy.
And on the other hand, no pressure for Boosie. He's just loving
he's
it
out there
there.
just trying
He's
to show
still vibing. But you're totally right. And NRG needs to learn from the mistakes that they made against Lev, who just abused them with defensive aggression. So I expect to see, if the changes were made, when a B long default comes out for the side of NRG, I want to see them keep somebody there, hold for the reclear, make it seem like they're still playing that area, and then you can open up to go hit the other side if you want. But they were missing that specific layer in their previous matchup, and they got abused for it.
And talking about the other side too for 100 Thieves, this is their attack side that I like the most. I think Boostio does a great job of showing a lot of different looks for setting his teammates up on extremity control and kind of embedding a lurk, then recovering that util and late going into site hits, or oftentimes selling a lot of fakes. They have so many options with this double initiator composition, and I think Boostio has consistently played it beautifully. So it goes back to the issue of last map, where NRG, I think, need to be disrupting these defaults, denying extremity control, not allowing 100 Thieves to execute on them, or they're going to get ran over.
And there you go, Agents like it's locked in here. So we'll see, of course, Victor on that raise.
No more KO either, and this is actually a really, really good composition from NRG. I like this change, because a lot of the dagger info they were getting with the previous comp, they ran a KO, wasn't getting much value, and even when it did tag, the Lev were playing around with it, getting hit on purpose and feinting that they were there. So I'm happy that they're running a more standard of a comp, and I think they have a way better chance now against this Fade Gecko.
I also love Victor on the raise. This guy has been so consistently solid when he's playing on this Agent. This is the last chance for NRG, though. They win this map, they keep hopes alive.
That's the truth right there, Mimi. Let's see how the chips fall as we get ready for this one. 100 Thieves, NRG, to send it back over to Ribbon Vans for the call.
That's right, Mimi mentioned it. The last chance now for NRG, but it's looking pretty tough, man. Their map pick on Split, they thought they had a chance maybe at the crutch into Cryo. He can't play a Jet, and Cryo popped off. And now you're moving into Bind where Demon 1 can't play the Jet, so what's going to happen now?
Yeah, it is going to be a big question. We have to see if this new comp for them works out well. If they have that Sky instead of the KO, they have a little bit more map information, but what windows are they using the flashes? What are they moving off of? And how are they considering how 100 Thieves is going to feel after a dominating first game like that, where confidence is behind every shot? We looked at the score. I'm sad I didn't mention it. We looked at the scoreboard at the end of the game. It was like 18, 19, 18, 16. Everybody's fragging for 100 Thieves here. Let's get into the map and see if that still happens for them. Towards mid. But this play towards B long, just getting a bit of info, trying to make 100 Thieves think it's a B play.
And it works out. They're able to take the front of that A side. NRG going for the wingman flank, trying to clear the showers. There's a jump spot from Crafties, but Ashina and Crowcell to run through the smoke. But Victor turns around, a 180 to 180. Giving it chances now for NRG to win the pulse plan, but there's a double flank. Ethan has to be ready for it now as he's looking at it. Gets the contact on the first one, but loses that fight. Disadvantage now for NRG, as both players are still moving forward. But again, the players on the attack only knew the bang on that flank, as now they finally spot Boostio, who has the wingman on that defuse. Asta setting up the crossfire for the rest, and it's a clean retake in the end for the Thieves.
3 pistol rounds for 100 Thieves on the series so far as they start off again here on Bind. So much control. Boostio just loving the Gecko. You know he does. You know he does. And he's like, oh, I'm flashing again. I'm doing it. That's how they circumvent, get around. They bring this Fade. They have multiple flashes with the Gecko. They work a little bit more off map control knowledge. Again.
That was like music with those kills.
Yes.
I was feeling the beat.
Woo, we're starting to get into a roll there. All right. Guardian Cryo. Still just a ghost for Boostio. And now they switch it. Wait, this is just a mirror of the first round. Now Sky's on the right and the team's on the left. So they're just trying to mess with NRG's head here in the beginning. First flash through and a little delay from a Viper bite there.
Yeah, and that Dizzy's not going to do much in the end.
No.
And also far from reach. Bang with the confidence to swing out. Some damage being done, and looks like Pain Shells also landed right at the feet of Demon 1, and that's going to be very dangerous for the re-hit for NRG because they won't have smokes to work with.
And they don't have, I mean, they only have one Ethan flash too. They just lost Dizzy towards long, was not able to grab that back. Should still be able to break a bit of the sight here. Left take, flash out of showers, and that's the front sight for NRG. But plant's kind of the goal right now. The round win would be amazing. They're just looking for that extra money because 100 Thieves is going to be right on top.
Yeah.
As this happens.
Easy for Cryo now from his position to just look over the site from the tower pretty much at Heaven. At least there's an opportunity for a flash and a double pop. It's deep, and now the double swing. Boostio doesn't need any help. Well, he'll get it. Those 2 kills. And the third for the round.
And it's one of these games, again, where Thrash is going to be up very soon. Remember, Boostio was bringing in Thrash, I think, 3rd or 4th round there in second half of Split. You're going to get it again just about when NRG wants to start grabbing their momentum after this bonus round, if they can secure it.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, wow. Boosty is in feel-it mode right now.
Yep.
Big, yo, Big is not killed me. I just
Sorry.
Also did that out in the open.
Yeah.
Full confidence now, feeling the vibes. Feeling 0 of that pressure, especially in the position of 100 Thieves that they've already clinched playoffs. But remember, they are also playing for championship points. For a chance to make the champs, 1 win is 1 point under the belt overall in the circuit. As the gun run now comes in for NRG with Victor opening it up onto Set Boostio that were just braising before. As 100 Thieves had to play now a man behind.
Haven't completely taken Shower's control for NRG. And a push here, actually, from Cryo helps to deliver info to the other side of the map. Now, Cryo probably going to lose his life on this one. But it's still the info that 100 Thieves wants currently. NRG is respecting a lot here. They know how much they need this bonus round. Even a man up, they're still playing it like it's a 5v5.
This is crazy, too, that Cryo's playing this spot as an agent that can't really escape.
Yeah.
But that's been a mistake here from NRG on that previous round. When
No,
they go clear corners,
no
and that's
shot.
what happens. Assisi saved Crashies for a bit, but no chance to react. Cryo gets 2 headshots and a spike.
You've had to have learned from Split.
You did? You did not.
You did not. NRG's not checking corners. The demise of so many rounds in this series so far. And possibly another bonus for 100 Thieves here. Still 3v3.
Showstopper forced to come out. Cryo with the 4th in the round. And Demon One's now spotted towards the Showers. And you definitely do see it that they want to give it to Cryo. The headshot there. Demon with the 2nd. Oh, he might turn around. And we're trying to run the clock. Close range 30 from EU. That could have been a clutch and a half. That could have been costly there for 100 Thieves, but at least they got the round.
Oh my gosh. NRG are getting picked apart at every front when they try something. Cryo, we said that was a 1 and done. He ends up getting 4.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Yeah, it can't be. Fundamentals are falling apart right now for NRG on a lot of these rounds, and 100 Thieves are able to just hit on that advantage, and they're taking it full force. Towards A, no real split here coming in from NRG this time, just towards the A site, and Asuna starts with a nade.
Sees nade when the spits came out, and yeah, that's not going to do too much in the half buy that you have from NRG. No plan, no extra 300, at least to get 1 kill, but Asuna is already ready for a showstopper for the next round.
And it's Cryo, the guy that goes down. Just give him another alt point. He's fine with that. Going to be able to buy after the 4K. There's the showstopper. There's Cryo's alt, and Boostio is 1 away from his first few rounds. Tell me that's not momentum already for 100 Thieves, Fansili. Holy moly. All right, we're back to a gun, though, so let's see what NRG can do, what they've been trying to do. The Sky, Ethan, left side of the map. Team was on the right. Second round, they switched it up. We've seen a little bit more of a default throughout these rounds, but they are not getting payoff on these first bits of utility. They're not figuring out who's really covering a site and being able to make the decision they want, I think.
Change of tempo, though.
Yeah.
Lots of pressure towards that front B side, and they want to commit just to try to push the defenders back here from 100 Thieves and hopefully catch somebody off guard, but Asuna's ready for it. Satcheling through, and it's a 1-for-1. That'll work.
Little handshake.
Raise mirror match as they both fall.
Cryo holding back in U-Haul. Thrash just on the other side. I don't even know if they'll have to use the ults to delay here. Quick trade. That's going to activate NRG a little bit, but they just don't know how close 100 Thieves are.
Oh, I'm seeing mirror matches all over the place here. Util being used simultaneously as, again, every time we fall down, though, for 100 Thieves on the defense, at least they're able to take one with them in the first place, which now allows for them to have the player advantage for the retake. Crashy's playing it alone now. Spike, planet for him. He has Util to work with, and he also has that Thrash. just needs to figure out now where Bang is because he heard that haunt from spawn.
This win, even if Crashies gets it, still, it's tough money for NRG. They need to do so much work, and this could be the start.
There's that first shot in the tap. Now the Thrash comes out. Bang's trying to get that spit out.
There's the molly hit.
And it's good enough. He still has the Moth to work with. Runs out.
Oh my gosh.
Thinking that he had it too. Bang's trying to get it halfway. Not going to happen. And now potentially not enough time as Bang is forced to stick. And definitely it's not going to happen. A big clutch coming out from Crashies.
Never more is a clutch needed for NRG than right now. Look at the money on their side too. Just under 4K, almost across the board. A stinger for Ethan, but watch the replay. Right there. Oh, the trades they're getting. 100 Thieves always finding something, so it makes NRG have to work a little bit harder every time. Even this, when you're doing it right, you're still losing people. But this.
He said 1 minute. Wait, I saw him go back. I think I saw him.
Really? Yeah, he's on the edge of it, no?
No. He was on the green. He was on the green.
Oh, yep. Boostio's like, no. I know how Mosh works. He would have died.
I play him all the time, and also thanks to that, gets a Thrash and one's detained.
Oh dear.
Coming out with the defense, just trying to push him back, but it's the paint shells that land onto Victor to allow 100 Thieves to get the player advantage. But all of the ults now expense a fight down towards the showers as Ethan cleans it up with the stinger. And we have a 3-on-3.
Just to lurk, or just to hang out on Anchor and B from Bang. Utility's good from EU and Cryo right now. NRG go back to playing a little slower to get the next bit of space.
There's that contact. Marv, nice little entry. Snakebite's coming in from B side, but it's going to be a little bit too late. Spike will go down. And Bang has a long rotate, and as they saw that spit come through from the air, they know definitely there's only one player isolated here on the left side of Tribox, and that's EU. Haunt now being thrown, wasting enough time to allow Bang to move up with them as they can work together to retake this site. But look how passively we're playing here for NRG. There's not really any util coming in for the pulse plan as they're just waiting for the tap and waiting to move up now. And double swing as they saw nobody on that spike. Now they could play the clock in their favor. Ethan gets that pick onto EU. Difficult now. 400 Thieves to convert. It's a round instead for NRG.
That is a big one as well. We talked about those two for NRG. They kind of secure a bit of money they can start to work with, and now 100 Thieves starts to feel the pain. We didn't really get much of this positioning from NRG, even on the first map. Only for a few rounds did they take the lead, and then 100 Thieves battled back immediately on that second half. So this is good. NRG starting early. Getting a bit of that groove. All right. Judge here for Cryo. Going to be playing the U-Haul. Only has to worry about Seekers here from Ethan to come in if they really need to figure out where 100 Thieves are going to be playing defense on the map. So with the spike down for NRG, trying to read, still understanding that 100 Thieves, their post plant, their site take, and their defense right now, it seems like NRG cannot get through it unless they've got enough information. So this slow game will continue for NRG.
Ethan's doing whatever he can here to keep the players posted up on this A side.
Heavily prioritizing Trailblazer to be a lot of their fake too here.
Which is fine too, because once he meets up with the team, you could actually use the Seekers now instead of a dog to try to get control and information of this B site. You saw the early rotate coming through from 100 Thieves. And look where they're at. EU's already in the back of the site getting ready to throw the Nightfall to get information on their side. This might be a second pivot rather from NRG if they want to go inside the TP. There's that Nightfall. It will connect. Just before being gooped, Boostio does get the pick onto Victor, and another one through, and a two! On fire now, Chris with the shots. Teammates now dropping his opponents two inside hookah, and Crashies is left alone. A potential flawless now for 100 Thieves as they want to take the lead by 3 rounds. Crashies just letting them come towards them. And swinging out is Boostio, shoulder being spotted. TP's across where, boom.
Oh, right to the kneecap. Crashies goes down, and it does. Boostio is incredibly on fire today from pistol round last map, that last round 7. He's feeling it. He's feeling oh, man's cold. Man's cold. Hell's freezing over right now. Incredible. And you saw him kind of pause in the smoke, hearing the Dizzy go up. Boostio, being a Gecko himself, knows exactly how much timing you have on a Dizzy, so decides to just peek through it. And
By the way, I just ran through the smoke kill through. I am so fucking good.
I don't know if he's cold or if he's asking if NRG are scared because NRG's calling a timeout.
yeah, I don't know, but he's really good.
Yep.
Said something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll paraphrase here.
But another, okay, so let's talk about it. It is a 4K for Boostio, but then we have to start looking at, if you're going to be getting 3Ks and 4Ks and 2Ks all the time, let's look at who they're on and why they keep happening. Why is that not a trade? How are you not returning fire or positioning so they stop happening and the corners are checked? It seems to be a question right now for NRG, and maybe a timeout can answer it, but 100 Thieves, again, they bring it back in their favor. It looked like NRG had the momentum, but it's a 4K from Boostio to bring him back in, 3K, 4K to bring him back in.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. All the Ks are coming in favor of 100 Thieves, right? The end of the day, it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter who it is, but the rounds are still in favor here on the defensive side of the Thieves here as they are playing on their map pick. And with the Bears coming up now, NRG are trying to pivot back from this timeout to take a little bit more of middle control. Walking up here, first time that we're seeing some early control from NRG towards Hookah. Trying to leverage Satchel's close range, closing that gap as well because they have lure buys to work with these stingers. But they don't see anybody there from 100 Thieves, and it seems like they identify that for the defensive side because they're playing so far back now versus the potential buy that NRG currently has. They don't know it yet for 100 Thieves what the buy was, rather.
I think a lot of times after that timeout, it's what are they going to do? Well, we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're right to. I mean, you get faced with a bunch of stingers like that, and you're just going to get rattled right down. So a dog to push out again. Nice molly delay, but NRG have some space.
Yeah.
See if they can work with this.
Kind of pins them though towards the U-Haul with the mosh, force them back towards the back of the TP. Now the Dizzy gets shot in the air, and that's no blind coming in from the attacking side of NRG as Cryo gets the spray onto Crashies. Forces now NRG to move towards this B site. In the back though, close range. EU's helping out with these pop shots. Landing them clean. Haunt towards the air, trying to get one ping. But looks like the last two players of NRG made it through safely. Demon One trying to save the round. Off the flank. There's that backstab. Demon One answering right back. He's now all alone against two. Heard the TP. 1v1 against Asuna and knows where the last one is. The spray from Cryo misses. And there's a chance. Brimstone versus Brimstone. And maybe Demon One is the only 3 HP that he needs. Trying to look for that jump up. We're just waiting on that windowsill. Cryo now forced to fall. Footsteps being heard now by Demon One. Oh, as he turns around for the flick. No clutch coming in for Demon One. And the round, it's denied as Cryo gets to the fuse.
It's taken everything in these rounds. Last time it was Crashies. This time it's Demon One. You see how much 100 Thieves have energy on the ropes right now, even in these rounds where they've broken sight and tried to get into position. EU with a huge round there to just clap people as they were coming out of Hookah and really deny the NRG strategy of switching up the map there at the end. 100 Thieves in the right place at the right time in a lot of these strats. And they pick up another round for themselves as we come into round 9. Guns around, full armor. This would be a round where you can start to see some change from NRG if they play it right.
But there's a change from 100 Thieves. They're just walking through here.
Hard.
Yeah, and that gets a ping. They can't get the spray. Finally connects, and Victor falls. And now the play the numbers. Fall back towards the site. So you want NRG to change the tempo a bit? It's definitely the Thieves at that point.
Of course it is.
Go
for the throat again. And that the haunt coming in was so cool from EU. High over the wall through Octagon there. And it was not expected by NRG. Just the little things. I mean, we're round 9 in. That's the first time we've seen that. That's what NRG has to deal with. They're getting different looks every time. And they're trying to do their own strats. They got to deal with this crap from 100 Thieves that has been annoying them so much. And then you're going to get a 4K or a 3K out of somebody.
Yeah,
what do you do?
Feels like they don't have any answers yet here for NRG on their attack side. At least for now, Silver Lightning with 45 seconds left. Their smokers are still up. They have an overall strike. They have something to use for Cole's plans. They can have hero plays, but unfortunately, Boostio gets the mosh onto Crashies, and he melts away. Advantage still for the Thieves. And they're playing a 2-2. Easy setup right now, and just waiting now for NRG to make all that noise, because they have the time against them. At least the corners finally are being checked. Demon One gets the first opener towards this A site. There's only Cryo left behind. Gets the jink through the wall. And that's actually Ethan down to 62. 14 seconds left. They have to move in for a plant now. Thrash coming out as well. They try to support towards the front of the site. 6 seconds left. Demon One gets the pick onto Busio as he gets caught in his thrash. Plat now comes down. A 2 versus 2. Cryo and EU try to retake the site against Ethan and Marv as Ethan just got spotted and falls behind here towards U-Haul. Marv swings out from short and Ethan as well. Beautiful 2v2 played in the end by NRG.
Took a lot of energy on that one to get themselves into position after losing so much around the map, having to deal with that push B long from 100 Thieves, having to call the audible. Man, Ethan and the team are being tested in how to reset these rounds. You lose 2 right away, but you still come back on the round. Incredible stuff here for NRG to be able to persevere on this one.
Fuck, nice shot, Max. And you ulted him? Holy, you're cooking, bro. Actually,
And that was split pretty much as well, right? When you have an early advantage on the aggression of 100 Thieves, and now you're trying to play back, it gives a lot of space for NRG, despite lower numbers, to still convert the rounds. Now Showstopper comes out, trying to find some space.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Teleport party.
Lots of players coming from the back end from these TPs from 100 Thieves. 3 players inside the showers as the rest of 100 Thieves fall inside the A site. Daisy now being thrown. Nice shot by Austin. Counter Dizzy coming out on the attack. Pink being forced. And a thrash as well. Does get a contact, and that's going to slow the clock down for a bit, but Austin also has his own Showstopper to work with. An opportunity to use that here with the lower buy that they have for 100 Thieves to convert the round as players are playing deep inside that pit. Shots are not landing. The pit will go down. Asana's now alone. Nice little flick on the first one. Pink shells forcing the last player out, and Ethan's gonna win it.
Big stuff from NRG here. Doing a nice job at figuring out the game that they were bringing to the table was just too slow. 100 Thieves was reading it, just tearing it apart at either site, pushing long, pushing B, or taking them out once they did get into sight. And 100 Thieves, or NRG picking up the pace here, getting in, not letting 100 Thieves have that defense, pays off. All right, see if they can do it again. This is gonna be 100 Thieves kind of broken on cash if they can't get this round, so NRG could feel very good here. Both teams' money is in a real weird spot as it's been this back and forth game of reset. And they go to pretty much the second round strat. Ethan towards showers, one on the left, and they get the orbital strike out of Cryo. Very happy for NRG to see that.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to do potentially maybe even C's behind that, hoping that they caught some players through it. NRG is able to just slow that clock down and maybe try to re-hit, but they have lost that wingman while they're trying to scale up here towards that long B. You'll have to see them commit inside that site and force one player on that plant, which might give a window of opportunity for 100 Thieves to flood back.
It's going to be a re-hit. Like you said, that orbital strike going down did give 100 Thieves the patience they wanted. Yeah, they chose to use it.
Oh. An easy one there now for Asuna. Now the tempo of NRG trying to open up the site. Busio caught now inside the hookah. Throws a Dizzy, trying to slow that clock down, give a chance for the rotate to happen from Asuna all the way back towards the spawn. Victor knows that he needs to cancel this smoke. Big responsibility, he gets it. Nightfall now as he looks back against EU. Who's just ready for it every single time on that flank and bang on the save on a rotate as well.
That does funny money things, Van Silly. This is really gonna start to mess with the economy, especially if nobody can start to grab it and hold on to a few credits here. Last one, so that's gonna be, yeah, real low buy for NRG. Could be an 8-4 now in favor of 100 Thieves as we rewatch this one. A lot of 1v1s to this, where they were pressuring. Good flank, 100 Thieves. Understanding what the map state was and just able to get around NRG in the situation. And look at those last few ones. 2 rounds. NRG, 2 rounds. Thieves. Now Thieves start to pull it back again as we continue the roll. Shower control here just a little bit with Asuna and EU, but it does not look like they want too much. Showstopper's already ready. They're looking to see if that wants to be an orb on the side of NRG. But it's his B strat. We've seen NRG roll this a few times. it has not always committed towards B, so they can look to get a lot of this util out and still use the pressure towards A that they have set up.
When the last round, they're trying to put all the chances in their favor. So making sure exactly. Maybe Showers could be up for grabs. Victor could maybe get a kill or get a plant, something to give a chance now for NRG with their lower buy to salvage this last round.
At a minute, 100 Thieves actually have a protocol to retake Octagon there. Really trying to catch NRG off guard. Usually it's wait for the sight hit, but 100 Thieves proactive and NRG are going to be on the other side of the map with the right macro call and in a sight.
Showstopper at least coming out.
Wait a minute.
Awesome. It lands onto Victor. Seeker's coming out on one side, and we're trying to get the lurk play from Demon. One inside the window who lands that headshot onto Bang. TP comes across. There's going to be a 2 versus 1 towards the Sands, and it's won by NRG. Now Busio anchoring towards that site. Has support from Osno as well. With 22 seconds left, off angle being positioned, and the crossbar is still nice for 100 Thieves as they get the last round of the half.
How much are we watching, right? And on the screen, we're looking. You go to look at the mini map after a round that's been a minute and 10 seconds, and you expect people to be rotated. 100 Thieves is in sight still, everywhere on what almost looks like original angles to hold the round. They're so anchored here. They're never having trouble with this back and forth and almost around the world strategy there from NRG on that last round.
It could have been a different story there too if Victor actually landed that kill onto Osno, who still capitalized on the last kill with 11 HP. But with that said, let's toss it to Elizabeth at the co-streaming booth with Lydia.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm here with 100 Thieves, Lydia, the one and only. You may know her as Tupperware, but you are Lydia. Lydyuh. I'm so smart. But talk to me about joining 100 Thieves. What was that like? What was that call like?
It was so surreal. 100 Thieves is definitely like a dream organization for me. Whenever I got into gaming, I looked up and like had so much respect for the creators and the organization. So being able to work alongside them has just been a movie, to say the least. It's been so awesome.
Yeah, and being just like a woman in the space. No, what's it like being a woman in esports? But you know, you have so many young women looking up to you. You know, you've competed in GC Game Changers. You've competed just excellently. What is it like being a creator for 100 Thieves at your level, just being the star that you are?
It's a dream. It really is. Every single day, it means so much to be able to be in this position and be here. And you know, being a woman in esports it's amazing. Especially now, we have so much support, so much backing from the games that we play, the fans that are surrounding us and supporting us every day. So it's amazing. It's really good.
Now, we were talking earlier before the game, and you said that you'll film content with the VALORANT team and the boys, and that they're so fun. They're so fun to be around. And you're just kind of like joshing them the entire time. What is it like being with them when they're not in a competitive mindset, like right now?
They all have the most insane personalities. They're just so sweet, so like well-rounded, and just amazing through and through. So it's really cool to be able to see them outside of the competitive aspect and see them, you know, like hanging out, playing basketball together, you know, getting out of the zone and just being really human.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see, but they're all super sweet guys and super amazing players. So
you're a super sweet girl. So thank you so much, Lydia. Everyone get up for Lydia. But we have a very tight game to get back to. So casters, please take it away.
Thank you, Liz. And yeah, Busio, I mean, I'm pretty sure his personality is exactly the same here from on stage and outside. And you know what? Instead of basketball, I feel like I want to challenge Busio at ping pong.
At ping pong?
Yeah.
I love ping pong. I'm in that. Let's go. Okay, we got a tournament. Somebody make the bracket. We're right here, though. We're looking to get into the brackets. 100 Thieves there, looking to get a better spot of it.
Yep.
As NRG are still trying to write that story. 8-4. First half. Could it be 4 pistol rounds for 100 Thieves here?
It would hurt NRG for sure.
They collect this.
And NRG right now are just trying to hold this B-side hit. And they have the right numbers for it here. Hunt is finding information on 2 players, though, and that is actually going to call the audible for 100 Thieves to fall back. Look how passively NRG is playing towards his A site. Victor's just trying to play an off angle, and as soon as a smoke comes down towards heaven, he's just going to have to watch the spawn so that his teammates could rotate across.
Maybe full nade delay here if we see that get ripped out of the util. Yep. All right, just for now. Oh, it squeaks out. Squeezing the cheeks, he makes it. All right, 2 coming around from Hookah. Sands is covered, but that's gonna be a watch here from EU. The 100 Thieves are anchored in the site right now for a good post plan.
Dizzy will not blind anybody as it comes as a nice flick from Ethan.
Right there.
Allowing now NRG to slowly scale back and clear every corner on towards that short A. Wingman now goes on to the spike, but Busu connects the shot on the post plant. Slowly but surely they're getting these picks, but now they have admitted EU on that flank. Who gets that first and runs out of bullets. Hot now, or C's coming through, trying to get those shots. Now they're sticking it for NRG, and they'll get it.
All 4. It could be 2 more, depending on what happens on this one. But 4 pistol rounds for 100 Thieves. They take it again, and really cheeky. As soon as Boostio gets to the site, and we see this all the time with Gecko, but just to point out how it worked there really well, you have to shoot it. You want to get Gecko's defuse off. It gives away the pocket player, right? Absolutely wild. Oh, so energy. I'm sorry. Yeah. Energy round coming into that one as I just kind of go off on my own. But yeah, looking to use Boostio's wingman to get that defuse. Didn't work. NRG come out with that one. So that's big. To get themselves a pistol round. I was just so excited to say 100 Thieves had all 4.
Almost, right? Because EU had that C's going inside that smoke low with the HP, so that with the lower bullets, hopefully you're getting something there for 100 Thieves. But unfortunately, for them, it's NRG getting the pistol and also converting on the first blood in round number 14. Asuna falls, and that is less space opportunity to be taken for 100 Thieves on the pop on this lower buy. They still have 2 shares to work with, though.
Yeah.
That's in the hands of Bang and Boostio. And yeah, they're good with these.
Slowing it down. Just hoping for one more peek.
I'll take it.
Crashies finds it as the wall goes up. A little late on that for Bang. And they're still looking for one of these. Yeah, finds it.
There are the peaks that they wanted. That allows here a gun to get picked up as the wall comes up on the defensive side. Snake by now keeps Boostio away from being able to pick it up, but it'll give him a chance to reload as he throws the Dizzy. Players are playing tucked inside the site for NRG. Mars swings out. Boostio landing those shots, at least for that one. But we convert the pistol for NRG and have a chance now to come back.
Only 2 away. And they're going to have to push through this round. Usually you're not too worried about losing the bonus with the way things are going, but I feel like 100 Thieves right now being able to take back any rounds is just too much trouble. This is going to be a big one. Victor's on the Phantom, Bulldog. What does Marv go to? Actually just sold out, pulls back the Stinger. Feels like that's the buy.
Yeah.
So do they protect these rifles? Where do they go? It's Demon 1 and Victor with that power. One's at B-Long and one's going towards Hookah. Quick shot actually right in the beginning. Nothing tagged. And Victor trying to play up close.
Yeah, actually Demon 1's posted up here towards Showers to watch on long range.
You're right.
They have the distance covered now with those rifles for NRG, forced down to fall back again. We're having an exchange of utility down towards his long B. But now the call is to instantly pivot those players from NRG towards his A side, leaving B side a little bit more weak. Or a lot weaker, rather. There's only one player there.
Toxin screen down.
Yeah, it's delay day if they go towards B. Marv just throws out the one bite, puts the wall up, tries to hold. And a good U-Haul control here from NRG, though. You got to remember, 100 Thieves are coming in with the better weaponry, so they're just looking for the first angles.
Yep.
Looking to get somebody modeled out here.
1, it's a good read, and 2, they're using Stingers in close range battles towards U-Haul. Dizzy to Dizzy, a walk inside, Bang gets vulnerable, and that allows Victor to get those 2 kills, but it gets instantly traded out. Crashies from behind. We're going back and forth. Disadvantage now for the Thieves. EU's left standing with the spike, though, at least planted, and the time in his favor. Trying to find the rotates. The smokes coming out that were executed here from Cryo does not give him a chance to get clear path towards the spawn. Now footsteps are being heard. That's a life thrown away, hoping that Demon 1 was in an angle to trade it out. But unfortunately, it's not, and that gives a chance now for EU to clutch this one. Spike down, and this is going to be an easy one. A tap, a walk through, EU gets the pick.
What a read! EU! These past few games stepping up in the solo situations and even pressured on a site take. Really awesome stuff coming from the initiator player here, and clutches a very big round there.
That could have been a different story though, right? You saw Bang swoop up that poison orb and never checked that corner. One of those small errors that, you know, that punished NRG a lot, and that almost gave a chance there for Victor to potentially even get 3 and a chance for the round. But that was just a bonus round for NRG, right? They did some good damage there. It came down to 1v1. Yet, although their buy's still pretty broken. Thrash coming out early. But yeah, it's really looking like 100 Thieves are taking control now of this ace site and also towards the execution. There's only Victor alone now towards Showers.
Planted. There's the plant. And it's covered, right? Asuna's already over there to the side, making sure that Showers isn't a problem. They split the site immediately. A lot of the times when you see a take like this, you don't necessarily get that right side, so to have the hold is so nice.
Nice trade. Post-mortem from Victor. Busio and Cryo are holding together with a third on the top, one contact, and it'll be a double swing behind, guaranteeing the trade and also guaranteeing the round. 400 Thieves.
They mess with one of us.
100 Thieves are incredibly confident in their pressure right now and what they're putting forward and for NRG to see. The one thing we heard, I mentioned earlier that Zik said, is we have a lot of aimers on the team, and I think one thing that 100 Thieves have also done is combined the utility usage, the cooperation, team synergy with that aim, and it looks so good.
Just start ripping this thing. Everything is working for you.
That is hype manifesting right there.
Hyping it up.
Around.
Speaking quickly, too.
All the way down B long here for NRG as 100 Thieves goes right back to A.
Yeah. Looks like a gamble to walk down towards that area because the amount of times that it went back and forth for Util towards that long B. And 100 Thieves that go for a different pivot. Just run it down towards the A site, open site for them to plant. And now that they see nobody really accosting them towards the back of the A site, they should have an inkling that there's a flank coming here from NRG. But how many players? They'll soon find out.
So looking ahead, it shouldn't get too crazy. Wait a minute.
It's getting crazy. There's a showstopper coming on the attack. And the defensive one gets canceled right away. Now here comes the other flanks coming through. Ethan lands that shot, wall bang onto EU. Crow's there to save. But that clock is looking difficult now. Lots of ults being used on the defensive side. And as soon as it's popped, it's dropped. And NRG will not have too much left now in the next round.
Honestly, a story being told there of pressure. The game being out of control for NRG and thinking if 100 Thieves get this, they're going to keep going. We're not going to have enough time. Going into that, I thought that was going to be, okay, NRG go to retake this. They do some damage. Ethan's death has them Seekers next round. So they have Seekers. They have a bunch of ults. And then at the last moment, they use all the ults. So they don't have those for the next round. They only have Thrash. Seekers is back down on one. Victor's ult back down on one. And they're trying to stretch themselves so thin just to keep the game away from 11, to keep it off match point. And I don't blame them with the way 100 Thieves has been playing right now.
I agree. And I don't blame them at all for trying to use those ults too, right? They also had one player posted towards that spawn side when they realized that they weren't getting pushed towards the spawn fighting. They knew here for NRG that they contain 100 Thieves inside this A site. So there was an opportunity to use these ults. But they had to be used in 10 to get a lot more value. I think there was a little bit of miscomms on how they wanted to retake that as a unit. Cohesion, something that was plaguing here, NRG, through these losses of this stage one. Something that was also mentioned from the players of NRG going into this game, that they need to bring that synergy back, less hesitation. Now they had less hesitation, at least on that round, but they needed some communication at least.
Right. Like you said, just syncing up, getting it orchestrated right so everyone is on the same page. I see 100 Thieves finding those openings and just tearing the pages right out of NRG's scrapbook overall. They still have the Thrash. Looks like they will get a little bit of shower control here. They still want to orb denial, no matter the state of the game or agent control. Trashies right off the bat.
Victor made it out too, and it's working out.
Okay.
Tried to tempo up once again, and yeah, that's going to be a free defuse pretty much.
Get him on a just fight back round. Just fight back. A nice hold, NRG with the call. I think one of the big things we've noticed is that NRG makes a move to stack a site like that, and 100 Thieves is on the other side having a heyday, right? We saw it on Split. We've seen it a few rounds here. This time, NRG are at the right place at the right time, and they bring the power down on 100 Thieves immediately.
That's a big call as well for them to do that off the timeout, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Probably a call from Boost. It's like, hey, we keep abusing this B side of B side. Now we're abusing A successfully. Let's keep doing it. And now that they finally get that denied, moving back here towards B. But look at where Energy's at. 4 players there.
Yeah, we got a nice long B clash going down right here. So it's going to be contact or Sky first? Okay, so the flash does go out. No smoke to deny it. And they're going to keep going.
There's that second flash with a Dizzy and a Coop, but moves to an EU somehow!
What's happening?
They swept down Energy, and there's only team left alone towards A.
No shot. It really, they can't do wrong. Just blinder than a bat. Boostio sprays with a little bit of the prey. And now it's up to Demon 1 here.
Oh, they're playing with Energy. TPs across, working the map once again, just like Split. And 100 Thieves are now at match point. Fans now rejoicing here in the Riot Games Arena to see a victory of 100 Thieves. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans from Sentinels as well, hoping that 100 Thieves could close this off right here. 5 chance to do it here for 100 Thieves. As that looks so good for the Thieves.
All right, guys, we have one more, baby. We have Gekko, we have Fatal. You want to do the exec? Gekko, Fatal, we fuck them.
Nice. They're going hard.
Yeah.
I expect him to actually stand up after that round and cover his eyes.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, everything's blind. Everything's blind. All right. Towards B. Thrash is out. They've chosen the heavy sight here for the side of 100 Thieves. And Marv's down already.
And that, the call that was censored pretty much, is for them to tempo up towards this B site. Victor falls. There's only 2 players left. One stuck alone, and what the fall. Up to Crash. He's only with the Stinger. Stuck, pinned towards the spawn. Prowler's gonna find him, and he's just gonna try to do anything that he can. Playing the distance, 3 players winning out through. And it's the inevitable at this point for Crashies. Back through the smoke, there's a molly to stop him. Too much util for 100 Thieves to fight against for Crashies. And head to head, Cryo gets the pick. And 100 Thieves clean it. 2-0 versus NRG.
What a strong showing from 100 Thieves. You can think that there were rounds when they lost a few, but they always felt in control of the game. What an awesome game for fans, for 100 Thieves themselves to go back and look at how they I mean, they know how they repaired everything, but just what worked, how it worked, so how they orchestrated with each other, and then to call upon everyone on the squad to just come out firing today. From Split to Bind. Incredible stuff here. That is 100 Thieves that is primed and ready to go and get themselves the first seed.
You look through the whole series here and try to figure out who is really stepping up to the plate. How it had a slow start at the beginning of this stage to how it becomes the 100 Thieves that we know.
Yeah.
Why these players are playing together as a unit here. All of them fragging out at this point. Bang finding his moments. EU being picked up here from challengers from M80.
EU had clutch moments today.
Had clutch moments, had key moments.
Absolutely.
Key utility as well from his kit as that fade on that second map of Bind. And 100 Thieves are definitely looking good now with now the run towards the playoffs. They've clinched it already, and now they're going to have to wait and see if they have map differential, round differential, especially against that crew versus Leviathan. That will happen after this. To see if they can clinch that first round spot or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we love this back and forth that we saw at least at the beginning of these halves between both of these teams, Rip.
Boostio up front calling the shots. Asuna on the raise, 7 first bloods. Hitting the shots. I mean, 25 and 12 for Asuna here. Felt so good. Hitting the showstoppers and the shots to get into this one. Nicely done. And I think they did a great job at figuring out that NRG wanted to slow the game down, so they brought it to NRG. 100 Thieves did a lot of adapting here. Yeah. And a lot of winning. A lot of winning.
There was a lot of those moments, too, when you looked at these off-angles that were being played that, you know, you're not running those fundamentals for NRG. They were heavily punished. But at least there, for example, with 100 Thieves, there were players right there to trade it right back. So those funnies at least were there, too.
Cryo flying high, too. I mean, you look at Split in the first 4 kills from Cryo into another 3K after that. Kind of started the life for the team. And people have been like, what? Cryo's been quiet. Well, no, everybody was ice cold today.
Cryo was super loud today. I mean, his play on Split 2, the 4K that he got, anchoring towards the pillar when there's so much happening on that site and still able to anchor it up. But unfortunately now, for NRG and for Sentinels, their fate lies in the hands of G2's match, which will happen tomorrow. But at least for now, let's throw it down to the floor where Liz is standing by with a Verizon post-match interview.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I am here with Cryo from 100 Thieves. An incredible performance, as always, Cryo. I think I saw a sign that said the new Iceman is Cryo in the audience. And I think someone has it over there. You are just such an incredible player. What does it feel like to be playing on this stage in this form with this team right now?
It feels amazing, honestly. It's been my dream my entire life. Yeah, I mean, it feels really good.
And we were talking, your parents are here for the very first time. The very first time your parents are here to support you. I'm waving, hi, good to see you. They have signs. What is it like playing with your parents supporting you here?
It feels really good to have support, you know, from back home. Even when they're not here, they're always watching my matches online. So it really.
Where are you located? Like home?
Like an hour and a half from here.
That's still a drive.
Yeah. So even when they're not here, they're watching from home. So their support means a lot to me.
What is it like having them in the arena for the first time, though?
It feels really good. I tried to look for them while I was walking out, but.
There they are. I'm going to ask you about your leader, Boostio. Boostio is known to talk some smack, you know, kind of give like a funny answer about their opponents. I want to ask you what your read was on NRG coming into today. You know, he said like they were terrible, you know, funny. It would be funny to beat them. What was your read on them?
I mean, going into any match, my reads just were better than them. It's kind of the mindset that I try to have. It's super important. So that's how I went into it today.
So mindset, but read. So like you read them like, okay, we're better than them, but you also just like, we're better than them.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. And one last question. I have to ask you this. I love watching your boss's Nadeshot streams because he's just so supportive of all of you. He is so just emotionally invested. What is it like playing for a boss who's always there, always watching? Hi, Nadeshot. Who is always just ready to support you?
I think Nadeshot's probably the most unserious boss I've ever had in my life. I see like clips, I see like his tweets, his replies to our tweets. It's still pretty troll, but he's always
just invested. He's invested.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Give it up for Cryo one more time, and give it and everyone here. Thank you so much. We're gonna throw it to a break, but stay right here because we have a heck of a game. It is Crew versus Leviathan.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Step into the ring. Step into the ring. Step into the ring.